Channel 23 viewers. I'm Jerry Matson. I'm here at the Artist Gallery at 120 South Canyon. And I'd like to invite you all in to come visit our wonderful gallery. This is a co-op gallery. We have been in existence for approximately 20 years. We have 30 artists here in the gallery, and each artist is very skilled at whatever art it is they do. We go from forging to woodworking to painting to fine beading. So we're looking forward to you seeing us on the channel and getting gift ideas, because when you come here and shop, the money goes local. It's one of a kind. You have a unique piece. Now that you know all about the Artist Gallery, let's go spend a moment with an artist. And we're at the gallery today with another artist, and that artist is Marcia Westphal, and she is a retired nurse, and she started her pottery career some time ago, and I'm going to let her tell you about it. But I do want you to notice we have she has a printout about showing her studio and her pottery in different stages of production. But as we go along, I'm going to introduce you to Marcia, who does such beautiful functional pottery. Not all of it's functional, some of it is strictly decorative. But if you remember in one of our previous programs, we had her husband Frank Westphal in, and they do a collaborative piece where she throws the pottery and he makes the stand. And maybe we'll kick off our introduction to Marcia with one of those pieces right here. Now Marcia, this is Marcia Westphal, and I want her to explain to us about some of her pottery, and we'll ask her questions.
Well, Frank and I are working on collaborations with his metalwork and my pottery. I think I have the easiest job. I just make something and then Frank tries to fit his metal around it. I don't know very many blacksmiths that would work that way, but I'm fortunate. But this is one of the pieces. I made the bowls, and Frank made the holder with the leaves. He and I both like very much the leaves, and it could be used for dips or candy or flowers, or you could put tea lights in it. I just love them. We're having a lot of fun working together.
And wow, the price on this, Marcia, this is only $70?
Yes.
For
yes.
a handmade metal base and the handmade bowls.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, that's the type of deals you get at the Artist Gallery. You know, our prices are wonderful.
Yeah.
And
what are these little pieces?
These these are new. They're sea salt holders. I actually made these when I was demonstrating for the school children in the last show that we had, our Images show, which is for the school children. And I had so much fun, and I think the children had so much fun. Each class I demonstrated to, 4 of them, could pick what type of critter I was going to make, and so I threw one on the wheel, and then I showed them how I put the little animals together, and we had a great time. They have a little salt ladle, and actually this one has sea salt included, just so you get the idea. A frog, a fish, and a cat. I have a catfish at home that one of the boys requested in that session, and it's just adorable. I don't think I can turn loose of it.
Oh, don't you love it when you make a favorite piece? Yeah.
Yes.
And then Marcia, this is a
wine bottle holder, and high-fired. You just put cold water or put ice in it, and it will chills your wine down very nicely. Has a carrying handle. So this is a high-fired functional piece. I like to do functional work. That's my favorite thing to do. Teapots especially.
That's lovely.
Well, thank you. I love to make teapots. A teapot actually encompasses almost everything you would do with a piece of clay. You have a lid, so you have to make your lid fit the teapot. You have a handle, and I think it's important to have a handle that is comfortable, that you can pour the tea, and then a spout. And it's always a challenge for a potter to make a dripless spout. A lot of teapots drip after you pour them. And you can put them in the dishwasher. I don't put my pottery in microwaves anymore, but some people do, and you can, yes.
Oh, and you made a beautiful little angel for Christmas.
You know, it's the season, and it was fun. That was a hand-built piece that I rolled the clay out and put it together.
To elaborate just a little bit more, when Marcia's talking about throwing a piece, it's on a potter's wheel.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right. I'm just going to
Yes.
give him a brief little explanation about
Yes.
that. And the hand building is where you
Yes.
roll out the clay flat with a rolling pin.
Right.
The other one is putting it on a potter's
wheel
wheel
that goes around very fast, and then pulling up on it. I don't know why we call it throwing. We don't throw anything.
I don't know
It should be
either.
pulling clay, shouldn't
It's
it?
an old name from a long
Yes,
time ago.
it is.
This piece was down here on the bottom shelf,
Oh.
and I love the luster on it. Marcia,
Well,
please
thank
tell
you.
me what it is and how
This
you did that.
is a non-functional piece. That means you would not put food or water in it because of the fast firing process. It's called a raku piece, and when I take it out of the kiln and it's glowing hot at about 1700 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I spray ferrous chloride on it, and that gives it this beautiful orange and the brown on the raw clay. I'm enjoying doing those.
That's a gorgeous piece. I see you have another one up
Yes.
here, a little bit smaller. Wow, what does something like this one cost? Wow, only $38.
Well,
oh, that's
I
beautiful.
have fun making those, and while we're talking about the fast firing, I want to show you my Clydesdale horsehair. It's right there.
Oh.
Oh
yeah, tell us about that.
Well,
That sounds fun.
this is another fast firing process, and I was so fortunate. A friend brought a bag of Clydesdale horsehair to me. She worked for the Clydesdale horses in Florida, and so I have a huge bag, and I just love dropping that on the hot clay. I take it out of the kiln, drop it on the hot clay, and it burns. The horsehair burns into the clay, and it's permanent. It doesn't come off. So, but this is a non-functional piece.
This is gorgeous.
It's fun.
So Clydesdale, do you put a little note with them that says, oh, you
Yeah,
do?
I think I do.
It says Clydesdale
Yes.
horsehair pot.
Yes.
Now, how unique and one of a kind can
Yes,
that be?
well, they're always
different.
raku, and that is called raku, which is a fast-firing technique, is always one of a kind. You'll never, ever be able to make one exactly the same.
And look at this collection of mugs. Now, Marcia, I have some of Marcia's mugs because I love the little thumb hold. But look at this unique one. This is Batty over Carlsbad. Now, talking about needing a unique gift, here's one that is handmade by an artist and has a tourist where they can tell where they've
Yes.
been. Tell us something about your handle that you...
Well, I pride myself on my handles. They must be comfortable. They must be balanced when you pick up the cup. This little thumb rest, it's just something I wanted, something of my own that did not look like other potters' thumb rest. And so I just roll out the clay and coil it and snap it on there, and so it's there for good.
I just love these. Like I say, I personally have several of Marcia's
wow.
things because they just fit my hand perfectly.
good.
You know, you
Well,
just
thank
go
you.
around having your coffee or hot chocolate, whatever it
Yes.
is that you do. And Marcia has some wonderful serving pieces. And this is a little
Now, I'm not going to be able to say it, but it's
a frog.
Yes, there is a frog inside, and it's for flowers, a single flower arrangement or a very small arrangement. I'm not going to, I've forgotten what I call that, but
Well,
it was just something to try.
This is what they call a frog, and we use those a lot. Our parents and grandparents use those a lot.
Yes.
You don't see them too much today, but we have people ask for them. So if they had things like tulips with the little thicker stems, they'll stick right on there and then stand
They
up
stand
straight.
up, and then you put a little water inside, and
They'll make a
Yes.
beautiful little centerpiece,
Yes,
or
that was-
for a table and a side table.
something fun that I was playing around with. But
And this is a gorgeous piece too. Look at this bowl. Look at the colors on that. Oh, tell me a little bit about that bowl, Marcia.
this is my carving on clay phase that I'm going through. And so I never really know what design I'm going to carve on a piece until I sit down, and whatever mood, you see I'm in the leaf mood
I see.
with this one, and sometimes flowers, sometimes just a design that just comes to
Beautiful.
me. But it's all about playing with the clay and carving in it. It's a great feeling.
Well, I'll tell you what. If all of you that are watching this would come down, you could buy the most unique, again, I say it over and over, one-of-a-kind art
Right,
pieces.
right.
You know, you could go buy things at other stores that are manufactured, and there are thousands and thousands of them, and your neighbor could have one just like it. But if you come into the artist gallery, you're going to have a piece that is unique, one of a kind, and will be an heirloom someday.
Absolutely, and food safe. I think all the potters are very cautious about their items being food safe, other than the
raccoon.
art pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That are not for liquids or
Non-functional,
food. Yeah,
right.
non-functional.
Yeah.
But she has such beautiful and such variation in color. Look at that gorgeous chip and dip platter up there. And I like this. I may end up buying this piece. Every time she brings one in, I fall in love with them, and I have yet to buy one. And I guess I'm going to have to, except I think I'm waiting for her to make me some blue bowls. So other than that, and Marcia learned to do her pottery, I know, from Bill Crabb, who is also
Right.
an artist gallery
Yes.
member. Want to tell me a little
Yes.
bit about that?
Well, after my daughters left home, I thought I wanted to learn something about pottery, and I signed up for Bill Crabb's class at the college, and fell in love with it immediately. After the first class, I was at the pottery studio door, knocking on the door, because I could hear someone there late at night, and it was Teddy Norman, the manager, and I said, I want to sign up for this. I really like this. And that was 22 years ago. And I've just fallen in love with pottery, the feel of it, the way it looks, the different unique items you can make. So the Art Association has been wonderful. We have the Pottery Studio, where people can learn pottery, handwork, working on the wheel. So I now have my own studio, thanks to my husband, and I just enjoy it almost every day. It's wonderful.
Well, you can tell how much she enjoys it by the variety and the beauty of her pieces. And again, I'm one of her best customers, so what can I say? Well, hopefully you'll come down and buy some of Marcia's work for a unique gift or a gift for yourself, or some of her husband's works that you saw in an earlier episode. So thank you very much, Marcia. We have enjoyed our visit with you.
Well, thank you.